Hey everybody, um, we're going to look at an amazing pen today. This pen is the Ranga Model 5 in the Root Beer Swirl resin. This is a beautiful pen. I don't know if you could see really in the light here the chatoyancy of that blue and the orange, and yeah, it's just a gorgeous pen. This one caught my eye the first time I did see a Ranga, and Ranga's an Indian company. They do a variety of pens and pen types. This one was when it first came out and I first saw it, it was out of stock. They didn't have it, and it's limited. So I ended up getting I don't know if it's called an ocean, but it's like a navy swirl and a black pen. Really pretty. This one finally came out, man, I would say almost a year, maybe 6 months to a year later. It finally was in stock again, and I got it. We're going to use Monteverde ink, the Raven Noir, today as well. But yeah, so I finally did pick it up, and this again was a while back, so I've used it quite a bit. Just a great pen, and it did come with I believe it came with a Schmidt nib and a Jovo nib at that. I think they offered it maybe with a Bach nib too. Personally, I'm not a fan of the Bach nib. I think it's too not scratchy, but a little toothy, and I think they tend to be a little bit more thinner line or pointy than the Jovo nib. And the Jovo nib to me is a little bit more rounded and forgiving, and just great for drawing. So anyway, that's just my preference, and I've used quite a few Bach nibs, and I just I steer clear of those. But with this, it did come with the Schmidt nib, and I don't think I switched it or swapped it out, because it comes with a number 6 nib for this pen. To me, I like that. I've heard some people say, well, it should come with a bigger nib, and to me, I think that number 6 is perfect. Why? Because it's interchangeable. You can throw any number 6 nib in there. It's great. Also, this pen, because if you would have seen the when you unscrewed the body from the section, it is all resin threads, so you could eyedropper this thing, and that would be an immense amount of ink to put in there. So I haven't done that yet, but I think I might do that for a video, just do an eyedropping video. We're going to use the Stalogy notebook again for this drawing. I used that black divider there because, as you see here in the previous page, it's black, and I did a lot of filling in of ink, and if you do quite a bit in one area, it will bleed through. So again, very similar to the Leuchtturm paper, the 80 GSM paper. The 125 is a bit thicker, but this would probably be on par with the 80 GSM Leuchtturm A5 notebook. Yeah, so this one does have the, like I said, a Jovo nib. It is a full resin pen, and as a matter of fact, and it's long, it's huge, and it's it is, I think, Ranga's biggest pen presently. It's long, it's a bit girthy, but it's long more than anything. And here's the cool thing, anybody who's been watching my videos knows I like to post pens. This does post. It posts extremely long. It's like you have a sword in your hand. However, because it's a resin, it is so light that it's not back heavy. So pretty cool. The one thing that happened, when I'm drawing in the video, that bumping the camera. So I have to hold the pen at a certain angle, and so it is what it is. But I just raise the camera up and just zoom it in. But totally fine. Perfectly fine to do that. Yeah, I think in a different video I'm going to pull out the other Ranga with a different resin finish. I don't think it's needed for a full review, because basically it's the same pen as this. So how this one writes, that one will write too. But I think I'm just going to show that one off, because it really is a great finish for that Model 5. As far as recommendations, I can recommend the Model 5. I think I have another Ranga pen. It's a smaller one. Also had a Schmidt nib that came with it. Since the nibs and the number 6, since the nibs are interchangeable, It really comes down to how does the pen feel in your hand when you're writing, and they're all pretty great. This just felt great because it's a longer pen and it has a bit of character. So really love this pen. I think it's fantastic. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the body of the pen and the pen itself. I do want to, again, eyedropper it, and it has tons of threads for the body and the between the body and the section. So I think that's great. Just put a little bit of silicone grease on there, and I think should be fine. I don't even think an O-ring's needed. But if I do try it, I'll try it with a little silicone grease and see how it does. Yeah. So I love this pen. I think it's fantastic. The ink, again, the Raven Noir is a ink I just recently am trying out. I don't have too many Monteverde inks. I think I have a Monteverde turquoise, and that's it. I have a ton of other inks. Matter of fact, speaking of which, I think I'm going to be using some different colors in the drawing videos instead of just constantly black. I think black pops great against the paper. But I've got to start using some of the other inks. If anybody has any preferences for ink colors for drawing, let me know. Either I have it or I can get my hands on it. So just let me know. And I've got a variety. Just to give you an idea, I have things, blacks to blues to navies to sheening inks. Things like diamine for sheening, things like diamine Bloody Brexit or Skull and Roses, or even KWZ's Sheen Machine. Those are all very blue with red sheen, but I got a ton of other sheening inks too, and I've got Bay State Blue, Noodlers. I've got tons of Noodlers inks, tons of diamine inks. I even have a Noodlers Bay State Cranberry. Talk about a popping color. That color's amazing. Yeah, but I mean a huge variety, and I have tons. KWZ, Diamine, Noodlers, Private Reserve, Birmingham Pen Company. I mean, I can go through the list, but just over the years, tons of inks and things some of them I haven't even opened yet. So, but I'm gonna try that as far as colored inks for drawing. See how that does. Maybe even combine some, do a combination of colors. And I've done some drawings like with red. I've done a nice red with black too. That looks really cool. But if you're thinking about a Ranga and you don't mind long pens or big pens, I think the Model 5, you can't go wrong with it. Matter of fact, if that's your first intro to Ranga, I think you might, be pleasantly surprised and happy. If you have smaller hands, maybe not. But it is so light. It's hard to say. Anyways, so if you haven't noticed, I have been doing some shorts, quite a bit of shorts. I'm going to keep doing those. I think I did this week, and maybe last week I did those in lieu of full videos, but we're going to be going back to full videos 2 times a week. So I think Mondays and Wednesdays, is it Mondays and Wednesdays? Yeah, or Mondays and Thursdays is when I have those coming out. So I do have 3 other videos coming out so soon, like this, drawing videos, and slight commentary on the pen and inks. So keep an eye out for those. And then also I was thinking about doing some side-by-side videos. So what you could call them rodeos or what have you, but those will be coming out too. Very similar pens, or maybe similar brand or same brand. Maybe have a look at those too. So keep an eye out. If you haven't yet, if you would like the video, if you got something out of it, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. That way you'll be notified of upcoming videos and get those. So appreciate you watching. We'll look to see you in the next video. I'm going to go ahead and let this one play out to the end in a little faster speed. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.